Welcome, faraway friends, to another edition of Darkeport, Strahd edition. Strahd! So happy to have you with us today. Shout out to Alex and Morgan and the rest of the Chaos crew. Thank you so much for taking this journey with us. As always, are we gonna add that one, Melissa?
We should.
That's gonna be a thing.
I think it every time.
Every
time you say it.
Every sentence you say, we're gonna repeat the last word.
Okay, there you go.
It.
So we have over here with us Seduction, which is perhaps becoming a little bit more germane to the campaign.
Oh, really?
After last session.
Oh, really?
Good.
Why would you say that?
From Briarwick Candles. Go check them out. Lots and lots of scents. That one's for this chronicle. We have Justice for the other one. And then there are so many more. Including, I am reliably told and have smelled, the Mr. Darcy scent.
Mr. Darcy.
So, there we go.
I would like to smell Mr. Darcy.
Watching a bunch of Pride and Prejudice clips last night. Stayed up way too late. So, without further ado, let us light that candle of tales. And we will get to our journal entry. Which today is a certain...
Seduction's feeling a little spicy today.
Should have trimmed the wig.
That's appropriate.
Look there.
What is the meaning of all of this? What is the meaning of life? I get that asked often. What must I answer? The gods may know why the worlds exist. I don't. What I do know is what gives life weight. First, 3 false trails. Meaning isn't the same as feeling good. A day can be joyful and empty, or hard and worthwhile. Meaning isn't one grand destiny. Most lives are built and not foretold. And third, meaning isn't whatever I fancy. Some deeds ring true, and some don't. So what does ring true? What are these 3 stone pillars? Kinship and oaths. Keep promises, make amends, and stand by your own. To craft and to learn, or to keep learning. Make real things, get better at them, and leave tools and knowledge that outlast you. And then the last, service and courage. Protect, repair, teach, and speak truth, even when it costs you. Use this test after any choice. Did someone end up safer, truer, or wiser? And did I grow more honest and more proud? If the first, that's meaning. If the second, that's vanity. A simple rule for each day. Do 1 act of kinship, 1 act of craft, and 1 act of service. Small is fine. Stack them, stone by stone. An arch will hold. And as for the Morning Lord, Dawn's gift isn't a map, just enough light for the seeing what is the next right step. Take it, lay the next stone, and keep laying them. When the last dawn comes, let your life stand without excuses. And if you want a single line, meaning is the combination of relationships, craft, and service, chosen honestly and repeated faithfully.
That's a very Durgan. It's a very Durgan entry. No, well laid out. Well laid out. There is a peculiar sensation at the end of a life or death struggle, and only those people who go through this kind of crucible will ever know it. And not just as victims, but as active participants, life and death swaying in the breeze, swaying in the balance back and forth. And that's what your characters are experiencing now, even as the series of events unfold. There is the cessation of the violence is almost as shocking as the violence itself, because everything makes sense. at least to some of the characters, probably most of these characters, it's very clear cut what you have to do. You have to get to the next breath and the next breath and the next breath. Now, though, things open up. Hark, fate dies. Rictavio begins to curse quietly to himself. Nikolai Wachter staring at the figure that he thinks is a girl. Gira, with a deadly pale Ismark, and yet Ismark being Ismark has thrown himself and was one of the 3 people who stood by Sasha when the Black Wolf came into the church. Farron, having exerted herself most potently and immolated the head of one of Strahd's brides with a chromatic orb, with a well-cast chromatic orb. All of these things are going on where we are out of combat rounds. So I will pick up with thank you. This is Nikolai over to Octavio. He doesn't even look over. That was my life. And he looks down at the ash at the decapitated, well, it's not decapitated anymore, but the previously decapitated vampire that had the holy water poured down its throat. Rictavio doesn't respond, though, at all. Just draws in a breath. This is why I cannot... Eleanor. Voice changes. Mien changes. Carry her, please. We need to be away. I've stayed here too long. This is the curse. He looks down, and almost on cue, Artexia's direwolf turns around now that the door, because Gira, you shut the doors and barred them, the front door, so there's at least a moment of pause there. Although, in truth, you kind of feel the presence of that thing, and it had quite a presence receding. You don't really feel it on the other side of the door anymore. And also you can see the mist is receding under the door slowly. And the direwolf turns around ponderously, sniffing at Sasha to make sure she's okay. And then Rictavio catches its eyes across. This is why I cannot stay, child. You asked me a question and you were angry at my answer before. Well, here it is. And he gently lifts her up, his aged form still bolstered with chosen quintessence, and then deposits her on this bed of blob. And so the blob is keeping like a water bed, underneath her, and then the rest of it is.
Wait! We have a priest right here. Petrovich, go gentle repose her. Go. She needs to be resurrected. She can do it. You can do it. Somebody can do it.
I can.
Then do so. I just start snapping in front of his face.
He still seems kind of bamboozled from.
And I'll assist him along towards the blob.
Okay. Is that going to? Oh, she's perfectly fine. Unless she's hungry. She's not hungry. The spirit is gone. The flame is snuffed. Sorry. It happens sometimes. These magics of life and death are... Durgan Oakenshield, that was extraordinary. Because you're all the way.
He's all the way on the other end.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at Gear. I don't know. I imagine Gear and I are probably looking at each other.
Yeah.
Just sort of fuming / confused maybe about how the body that we left here isn't here anymore.
Yeah.
And so I kind of start with my eyes and then turn my head towards the other end of the church when my name gets called out.
Okay. And Father Petrovich says, This has been restored. My gods. And he drops down to his knees. This has been restored. St. Angel, you're here once with us, and you will not depart again. I swear my life's work to keep this intact for the next person. Rictavio looks like he pulls a little U-turn and is going out.
I'll walk with him.
Okay. And you see the bed of blob is just oozing behind him.
Like,
In an almost dainty way, where it's like retracting pseudopods in, so it's not knocking over candelabras or smacking into pews. Some of the pews were smashed during the combat, but that's the least of your concerns. Farron, what are you doing?
She has not. So she had gone and sat right next to Fate as she was passing, and she has not seemed to move from that spot.
Some of Fate's blood is on your hand now.
She's not moving. Doesn't seem like anything's going on unless somebody wanted to come over and see what was going on.
Okay. Artexia as direwolf is almost like sheepdog herding Sasha into deeper away from the door into the church and closer, basically closer to the bones. Okay, I know, Artexia. And Izzy, you look so pale. Father, can you heal him? And Sasha looks at you, but he doesn't ask you because he doesn't know, and he knows you look a lot more tired, than the father does. The father actually looks unharmed right now. Maybe, a little bit pale, but
I'm sure he is unharmed. He didn't do shit. Stood in the corner.
so Ismark
What happened before we got there?
Ismark says, come on then, my love, let's away from this door, no? And he starts
Says that to me or Sasha?
to you.
Well, he came down here to this end of the church, I guess.
Yeah.
I think what Sasha said is gonna because Gira's just she looked around frantically real quick and then is just staring at the door with all of her muscles taut.
You don't know if Ismark has caught yet, because he's he's just struggling to keep focused on one foot.
And what Sasha says kind of snaps her to there's other people to consider and there's other things going on. She's, without a word, she's gonna turn around.
He looks bad.
She's gonna just basically gently pick up one of his arms and put it over her.
He puts his weight on you.
Support him a little bit, and we're going to wherever healers are.
Okay.
Aye, right here. Sit down.
Okay. I won't argue with that. And he sags against this big, looks like an urn there at the front of the church. He just kind of sags against it, sweating.
I'm going to heal him.
Okay, please do. Please get him above 3 hit points.
Yeah, that might be good.
He got messed up, y'all.
Yeah.
By his mama.
He got rocked by Mama.
All right.
Somebody call CPS.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, without this making it out too meta, do I have any idea how much healing he could actually absorb?
So Kissed are a curious thing, and just a reminder of faraway friends. These characters are all chosen, which means that they are all capable of essentially the heights of power. They're a rare breed, even in High Terra. There are more chosen in High Terra than in the other campaign, but even in High Terra, y'all are unusual. I.e. level 20. So Kissed are people who are superhuman, but they achieve it very early on, and that's where they sit. And mechanically, this is like when someone is in the monster manual, when they're a certain NPC, that's their stat block, and that's why they don't level, because they just have their abilities. They can degrade a little bit, but that's pretty much it. So you are not sure, but you know it's going to be, it's going to be at least several times more than a normal man could
Okay.
take. Because you see the damage, Justin. He should be dead. Like, if he was a normal dude, he should be dead several times over.
All right, let's... How's everyone else looking?
Gira's slightly...
I've got maybe one little
You have one little claw on you or something.
one
But
claw, I think, on my face,
Yeah.
but she looks fine.
Farron is untouched.
I have a
Morgathy's.
bite on my wrist,
All right, I'm going to...
but
That's true.
you can't
On
do
second
anything.
thought, let's move over to everyone else. Everyone gather around.
It won't work on me. It won't. But I'm going to walk with Octavia for a moment.
Okay, so you go out. So aside from Morgathy, you gather everyone else together. Like, I'm gonna say toward the front pews and like near the pulpit.
Okay, and he's actually gonna say, everyone stay nearby. You're welcome to talk. Perhaps keep things a little bit less shouty than normal. And then he is going to start doing a prayer of healing.
That's a good idea, Justin. And that's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Okay, so
It's a good place for it.
Yeah, it's a perfect place for it. So like soft chanting. What do you think? How would you start building that? Yeah,
Yeah.
soft chant. Okay.
I'd be curious if the father actually joins in just for the sake of the ritual of it.
The father looks at Ismark. Oh no, my son, that won't do at all. And he calls on a bit of grace. It's small, but he bolsters him a little bit. He still needs a lot more. But Ismark, as this little light goes into his body, still has a few strands of gray through it, even here. It's not pure white. As it goes into his body, a little bit of the color comes back into his cheeks. It was not a particularly strong heal, though. And Farron, make a roll for me, and if you make the roll, I will tell you what it was.
It's a 9.
9? Okay. Your hands are itchy again.
Cool, great.
Your hands wanna do something. And
Not the whisper. All right, somebody plug our patrons.
the hands.
So check out our Patreon where you can see more episodes of Strahd and other behind-the-scenes conversations.
Only one.
And then it passes.
And a pass.
She sits on top of both hands.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's just...
That's fair. All right, so you go out with Rictavio.
Walk him to the door because he's obviously leaving. So
Yeah. He's going over here. Now you know how the fight in the coffin maker shop went. So, but he doesn't seem to be sticking around for any congratulations.
yeah, I feel it. So you and I have never really had a chance to talk much, and I'm all right with that.
Good. He keeps walking.
As it continues, just for a little bit, we will be seeing this to the end. I don't know what it means for us, but I have no intention of staying here. I cannot speak to the rest. If there is a way of stopping this,
From what I've seen of you people, you're going to be, he looks around the graveyard, here fairly soon.
as maybe,
You've seen the procession.
yes.
I came here knowing that I wasn't leaving. Hope, Morgathy, isn't it? Is a dangerous thing.
It is. But it is also a sustaining thing if used in correct dosages.
What's going to keep your soul warm on those cold, hard nights? And there will be many cold, hard nights here in Barovia.
Knowing that what I do here is with purpose and not something meaningless.
What purpose? He pauses at the gate to the cemetery.
I lost somebody a long time ago. I am interested in finding a way that is not gestures of bringing him back, and I believe I have a good chance of it. By the light, not the dark.
Far worse chances then.
Odds are. But we all have our road to hoe, and this one is mine, chosen willingly. As a motion towards fate, and him as is yours.
I know that Artexia is likely many times my elder, such as it is with elven lives now. And yet, when I look into her eyes, I cannot help but see echoes of the past, betrayal specifically, looking at me. But if I were to stay here, this would be her fate, he says, looking down at the body.
You will no doubtedly hear tales of our adventures in the coming days and weeks. If, at any point, it seems that we might actually be able to do this as we coalesce and come together, I hope that at the end, you might be there with us.
If I'm there with you, you're all dead. Have you heard a word I'm saying?
I have, I just don't understand why.
Make a persuasion check. The high DC, but it's possible in the second.
I got a point of inspiration on my character sheet. I'm going to use that now.
Okay.
Mark it off just a second. God. 8.
Dang.
4 and a 5.
Oh, shoot.
Damn, Randy. It was the right play. Some chapters, Morgathi, are best left unrecorded. Or at least, having been recorded, unread. You'll learn that, if you haven't already. You fought well. All of you did, actually.
Thank you for your help.
But for your intervention, her, I could have dealt with. The rest of them, though, they probably would have swarmed me. I wasn't expecting... I'm getting old and tired. I don't know. Maybe part of me wants to die. Well, of course it does. I willingly came here.
Right. I do not wish to see you in the procession. Keep your head on your shoulders and your heart still breathing.
I imagine that I'll see you first.
As may be.
Good day, sir.
I'll turn around, walk in.
And Eleanor goes around the bars.
I see like this tank wheel just going along.
I mean, it's if you want to picture it that way, sure, that's fine. It's more of just this like cute little roiling, like contained little roiling mass. And you do notice as you look around, the streets are still deserted. Nobody seems to want to be out and about right now. And then because she's a demure lady, Eleanor very pointedly closes the gate behind her as she's going off.
Thank you. Light.
And you see the colorful wagon of Rictavio, and then as the blob opens the back doors and swings open, you see Fate's body brought into that, and then tentacles, and it closes, and Rictavio gets on there and without another look rides off into the mists. Having having successfully allied with you for a crucial battle.
Potentially more later. See how that goes.
Make an insight check, and then we'll return to the inside of the church.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
With a 5.
Not with the 5, no. Okay. There's some subtlety in the moment, but you miss it. Durgan, you feel
Frustration.
the hope.
No, sorry.
No, that's the player. You feel the breaking dawn as your faith and the presence of the Morning Lord is reaffirmed here in the church. Go ahead and roll.
Not great. That's a 14. And that goes to 6 people.
Okay.
So
So, Gary, you're healed.
anybody...
Okay.
I mean,
You feel a little
I think
heat.
that technically covers everybody.
Actually, I'd probably be back in before that. Didn't take 10 minutes for that conversation, yeah?
I'm going to say you come in just as the spell is going off. So, Gira, it's not, instead of like the savage heat of Palor, it's more like on a cold winter's day when you find just the right sunbeam to snuggle underneath and it warms your body.
It's a warm
Like
and
that.
cozy.
Yep. Yep. So, the pain in your cheek dissipates, and so that would be
It's well below average on that.
Ismar.
88 plus
That's okay, you
7.
healed 6 people with 1 spell.
Yeah.
Sasha just bays in the heat, and even the dire wolf seems a little bit happier. And you've been around Artexia long enough to know that she's like reluctantly deciding she's going to have to shift back pretty soon because you guys are going to have to leave the church at some point. And she's not going to stalk the streets of Vallaki as a dire wolf.
She's going to be that form so long anyway.
An hour, so yeah, she'd still have a good while, but it and then returns back to an elf.
I love the idea of shaking and it's like all that just fur just...
Yeah.
That's fine.
Farron, you feel the heat, you feel the warmth, but it seems all rather distant to you. Doesn't hurt, but it also doesn't really encourage you the way that it might have at one point. You do feel the faintest of tugs from the sword that you wear, the tiny sympathetic magic sword that you wear, directing you to where presumably dawn is, far, far in the distance. And it feels like it is generally south.
Generally. And that's every time that I've noticed, I think it's only been a couple times.
Only a
It's
couple
always
times.
been generally
South. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
From an academic standpoint, I doubt that there's been many times that I've actually been drained by an actual vampire. I'm actually curious as to see what the sensation would be, as it, like the fangs marks go away. I'm hoping, but the health doesn't come back.
The marks, that's an interesting question, Randy. I'm gonna no, they don't, because it swirls around, but the presence seems to be unable to penetrate the lingering necrotic energy that's there.
Huh. Fascinating.
And you can feel the necrotic energy suppressing your natural quintessence, your natural strength, like from the inside out.
That is quite interesting. And I'll pull out like a notebook and I'll start making notes and make notations about it.
Ismark is looking better, but you're starting to get a grip of just how damn durable he actually is.
Okay.
Because he just soaked that right on up and still wants more healing.
Okay.
Drink it in, baby.
How far into the night are we?
Yeah, God. Even though
Still the day.
Still pretty early in the evening. Isn't it?
even though this seems like a long time, this has all happened actually very quickly, and it was during the day. So it's still, I mean, these days are short, but it's still daytime. So the fact that there's nobody out on the streets, again, is like extra weird.
And it's festival day.
It's supposedly, festival. Yeah, because remember, that was at the very beginning, and you had all that hoo-ha. So I'm going to say it's maybe 3 or 4 or something. So, the shadows are beginning to lengthen. Say sundown is around 6:30, like that. So you've got a couple hours left of gray light. Thank you for that, Melissa. That's perfect.
Are we past high gray?
Yes, you are.
So your healing is magnificent, but it will not work on this. Do either of you know why? I have a suspicion and a theory, of course, but I would like the idea of a holy man first.
Only a form of intuition would be my response. But
Why this is intuition?
I don't have an academic reason, as you might be looking for,
Then
but
lay it on me. Intuition is oftentimes as good.
they're not just draining your life, they're draining away your soul.
I concur.
And you have to reclaim it somehow over time. It will find its way home.
There's no other way of it other than time?
Well, there are magics, but I don't know them just yet.
Someone deeper in the grace of the Morning Lord than myself, Morgathi, might be able to help you with that. But unfortunately, Durgan's right. Time, you're chosen, no, just like the rest of your companions. Then, for you, all it's going to require is a good night's rest.
Fair enough.
For a normal person, a long and arduous process. Still possible to recover from it, but it's, the sort of thing that might take weeks.
I feel like my capacity has been diminished.
It has been.
So, a good night's rest. Then let's do so.
To say it maybe accurately, maybe, or not, but at the moment you're less alive than you were before you were bitten.
Then by all means, another good night's rest.
You're not wrong. I mean, ultimately, that was one of the vampires feeding on you, yes? So, ultimately, they are all instinctually trying to bring you to their master, one way or the other.
But I assure you, I'll be looking for ways to deal with that problem. And then Durgan kind of just sits down, looking kind of upset. I mean, he's thinking about,
Well, of course, yeah, Finny.
me, and I mean that this whole conversation just kind of reaffirmed all of that for him. I mean, he saw that happen right in front of his face. So
Nikolai steps forward a little tentatively, and you got 14, so he was...
The sheriff is still looking for us.
Is this sheriff? He says, what business does he have with you?
What business does he have with anybody, really?
He likely seeks to destroy or take. I do not know.
And do you remember what you rolled in that disguise, Caitlin, for Sasha?
13.
13?
oh, you recorded it. Nice.
Yeah. No, I mean, I asked her too because I knew this was gonna... Okay. So you see Nikolai, like, start to turn and almost, like, cocks his head comically deep as he's trying to look, and then Sasha's like, Oh, right, sorry, I just, Father, I had come here for some... I am...
Get out, man. We've had a long day.
Right. I follow the Mistwarden, but she has been silent. And I am worried for Mutter, actually. My sister, she was supposed to be wed to Victor Vargas, or the son of the Baron. Something happened to her, and Mother has wanted vengeance ever since. I don't feel right having you not know that. I didn't know you were going to be here at the church.
Is that why she wanted us to take care of the sheriff for her?
Among other reasons, yes.
Who does she plan on replacing him?
That I don't know. But I know that ever since Stella came back hurt, that Mutter has been fixated. Furious.
There's a loud clang, and anyone who looks over
probably a bunch of heads snap
would
over.
see a disembodied hand is moving around the front of the church.
A skeletal
And
disembodied.
just ripping down, knocking over books, candlestick, relic, just knocking shit over.
What?
No, let's not have a tantrum
priest is-
here within the church. This is a holy place, after all, right?
I'm not having a tantrum.
Then why are you knocking things over?
Because fuck this stupid church. Why are you guys all talking about the next problem?
Because there's always
You're
the
all
next
moving on to the next problem.
problem. Absolutely. Because
Did anyone just see what happened here? Am I going crazy now?
it's compartmentalization. We don't have the time right now to deal with this, so we're compartmentalizing it, finding the next problem so that we can
I'm
avoid it.
shit-falling, not shit-falling, ready, smash,
Child.
to move on.
Child!
Theron, this place is not your enemy.
This place is the reason all of this happened.
No, it is
Why
not.
do we need to come put these stupid bones here? Who cares? We were so concerned about putting these stupid bones back, and look what happened.
Aye, we have a sanctified place to stay.
This is not going to protect us. And we did all this for that bumbling, useless idiot. What the fuck good are you?
We do what we can.
Yes. And perhaps maybe not make an enemy of one of our allies, yes? When we have so few of them as we do.
Why do we even want allies at this point? This poor girl comes here to help us for God knows what reason, and now she is dead.
Her own
and
choice,
never
yes.
able to come back.
Her own choice. Nobody forced her to do any of this.
Well,
she
I'm
did it
not-
herself.
I don't want to be responsible for this shit. I don't
Then
want
don't
people
be.
to help us if this is what's gonna happen. It's not even getting us out of here. All she did was help us put the stupid bones back in this stupid church. I don't understand why we are doing any of this. Who did we just help? Who did we just save by sanctifying this church?
Us in the future. People here now who can actually benefit from a sanctified place that vampires cannot enter.
Yeah, until somebody comes and steals them again.
Well, that's-
Clearly everyone knows how it works now. Are we standing guard 24/7?
Well, obviously, there needs to be measures taken, aye? To your word, said you'd protect them until during the rest of your life to do such a thing, yes?
I
But
can't.
this Garrett just gets up without saying a word and then walks out that door towards the graveyard. She's gonna look for her. Wordlessly. She's just strutting out there looking for the teenager.
Milovash?
Ismark follows you.
Okay.
And as Gara leaves, the father kneels down. He seems somewhat chastened by Farron's words, but still fairly steady. And he feels down. And remember, there was still like a fine line where it was laid. It looks like completely fused now. And you hear him say softly, "A miracle. An actual miracle."
Zane is like, you ain't taking me out of here again.
Easier now, I think, Durgan. I have to think through. I have to decide how best to carry that out, but now it would take an incredible effort. It's not just going to be... Oh. Should I stop her? Okay. You,
Oh, me?
Yeah.
He says something real quick.
You march
I look
out.
angry, too.
No, you're gone. No, yeah, you've already left, and you find you march out to the shack, and it looks like the shack is deserted.
Do I see at least some basic tracks? More recent tracks?
Make a survival check.
$12?
You see some footprints there, but with the mist-shrouded
Earlier?
ground, not much more, unfortunately.
Then I'd kind of stroll all over the graveyard looking for any other signs of tracks of someone leaving with his kind of shoe size.
Okay.
Or if there's another hidey spot.
You do see a weird set of tracks that has nothing to do with feet. That's coming out.
Is that the blob thing?
Probably, yeah.
Because she saw that leave.
Farron, what are you going to do with your bloody hand?
She's still sitting on it.
Okay.
She has not moved from that spot. She has a different hand that's tantruming around the church.
How is she sitting on it? Like that to like this?
I'm just sitting on both of them just like this.
And without another word, Sasha, wherever Farron has knocked something over with the skeletal hand, Sasha kneels down and writes the candelabra and tries to some things he can't put back.
I'll help him.
Okay. And every time, whenever you're making like a violent attack roll, Mage Hand can't do that, so it dissolves, but you just reconjure it. And then you pull or at whatever you can with 10 pounds of force.
Yeah.
So you could there's quite a bit of damage you can do if you're persistent with it.
Father, Durgan said something that struck to me just now. I don't know if it's quite safe for us to go back to the inn to rest there. Would there be potentially rooms or someplace we can find haven here? Someplace that vampires and their ilk cannot actually come in.
If my own ward doesn't mind sharing a room, surely, or if you don't mind being in my office,
I don't mind. I'm happy to sleep on a pew as well.
we might be able to do a little better than that.
Appreciate it.
Sasha, god damn it, leave that down. Quit picking that up.
Farron, this is a place of beauty.
You think this is beautiful? You who has seen the dawn thinks this is beautiful.
In its way. It has the beauty of resilience. Look at them. Look at him. Look at you. We're here. We're alive. We're together.
Yeah, for a few more minutes. But her hand suddenly kind of...
Perhaps
vanishes.
days. Perhaps weeks. I don't know how it ends. You're right.
Well, what can I do to help, Nikolai?
We can start picking up some of the bigger pieces over here with us.
All right.
Which way, Father? How's this go again? This direction, that one?
Gira, unsatisfied, you come back in.
No. I'd stand in the graveyard for like an extra few seconds.
Okay.
I'm just staring off into nothing, and I just scream Finney's name.
Woof. Okay.
And there's pain in it, there's heartache in it, she's blaming herself. She's angry. It's all in there. And then she'll just kind of like collapse on her knees for a second.
You feel Ismark's arm around you, and then he drops down with you.
And she'll lean into it.
And he stays with you. Doesn't say anything. And the two of you are alone in the graveyard with the mists swirling around you, a light rain on your heads, and the absence of a comrade. Okay. A little bit of time passes, and almost apologetically, Nikolai says, I would like to help you get back. Where are you going to? Durgan. Is it
Aye.
to the inn, or is this...
If we're going to stay here, then if we're going to the inn, only probably to collect our things. We can't stay here forever if we're going to make any meaningful change, leave or otherwise.
Well, we could use this as a base.
Perhaps.
You think it as bad as all that?
Yes, of course. Don't you?
No.
What do you see? You've been here for a while.
I
assume by a while all of your life.
I see that I have stumbled into something. He looks at all the ash piles.
That's right.
I
What are those?
normally would have tried to stop you, but I feel... I know enough to know I don't know.
You don't know what it is that You're not making a lot of sense, lad. What is it with
He laughs a little bit.
What is it with the people in this area wanting to speak in a lot of cryptic code?
This...
There's things out here trying to kill us. We're trying to survive. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, a little shiver runs through him.
What do you want?
You don't know the Black Wolf. You don't know the Black Wolf, do you?
I know only that there was something that was at the door in the midst of all of that chaos. What do you mean?
It's why...
And please speak plainly.
I am. It's why I came in.
Plainer.
The wolf, it was... He was outside. But also I wanted the father's advice on what to do about Mutter, about her obsession. If there was anything to do. I came in. Did the wolf, did he come in? I was a little busy, and he points to where the combo kill on the vampire happened.
Hey, that was... I didn't see all of it, obviously, but it was very impressive.
Thank you. Make an insight check.
That is probably a total of 20. Double check. It's either 20 or 21.
Okay, so it's at least a 20. So you catch a little bit of embarrassment, but with the 20 you're able to go
21.
the level underneath that. He's not really trying to hide anything, where it's more like chagrin, and you realize that he wanted to know. He wished that he could. He wished that it's the chagrin of somebody who feels like he could have done a lot more during that scuffle, but didn't know what to do. Came out of nowhere. Literally, something was trying to eat him, and then that was that. And of course, he doesn't know about the coffin shop or he has no context for this. He was just coming to a fucking church, and then this BS was sprung up. Finally, though, Nikolai manages to gather his wits about him enough to go join the father, and he too kneels down and runs his much larger hand over the. I mean, it's like smooth as glass now, y'all. There was never any seam there at all. The wolf is Miss, forgive me. Sasha laughs. Actually giggles a little bit. This is far from humorous, and I don't know. It looks kind of funny from where I'm sitting. Well, then you have a very strange sense of humor.
It's Gala's humor. Move on.
Right. The wolf, it is the... And you can, feel this in comfort. It comes sometimes. It is the... How do you say? You are... It is the symbol of sensual pleasure. Also death, but more pleasure.
Well, that is not what I expected him to say.
What is he saying is the symbol of that?
The wolf.
The wolf that came.
What are you talking about? Sensual pleasure. What going on in this church had anything to do with anyone feeling anything?
Not the church, just many women have reported that this thing has come before. This is well known, not talked about, but it is here.
Does it ever kill the women?
No.
He comes before what?
Their seduction.
By who?
Can I?
Let me, just a wee bit of advice. We just saw you carry, through sheer force and will, a vampire out of the grave into the church, and you helped turn it to ash. Your family contacted us to basically overthrow what is passing as such as a government. I think we're past impropriety and, well, being a little bit shy. Please feel free to just say whatever it is you need to say. You've obviously seen the kind of day we've had, and I think we can take it. So, this wolf, it's a pretense to people being corrupted or seduced in some fashion, I assume, to the big scary man on the hill.
Make a persuasion check.
While
Can
he's
I
doing
help
that,
him somehow?
Can you help? Can you think of something to add in?
I flash him.
That's not going to help. That's going to paralyze poor Nikolai. That's what that's going to do.
I can't think of anything.
while he's doing that, we talked about, because I wasn't here last when we were talking about the game session, if I could make that retroactive Arcana roll on the wolf. You told me to do it on camera.
Oh, because you wanted to... go ahead and tell our faraway friends what
I
you
wanted to
do.
see if it was a transformed person into said wolf, or if it was just a large controlled wolf.
Okay.
I wanted to see if there was any residual magic around it.
Yeah, you didn't have a chance to study it, but you can make the roll.
I got a 15 on the die, 22 total.
So there's not really any way of knowing exactly the answer to that, but it did definitely seem to be a magical creature. So it could be someone who's polymorphed. It could be something that's summoned. It might even be a construct, like a beautifully made construct. That's somehow tied into the mist, but you observe the bat procession going on. You observe that ground mist that it seemed to at least be able to influence, if not outright control. So it's, certainly not natural, and it seems to bolster Nikolai's claim.
And completely focused on Sasha, yeah?
Yeah, and you weren't...
It is. It's performative art.
For what I saw.
Gira, I'm actually gonna. Yeah, you weren't really able to observe too much. Gira, I'm gonna let you make an insight check when the moment comes. We'll go ahead and make it now, and then I'll remember it.
So maybe Strahd's just a method actor who has refused to
Nope.
Okay.
drop the act.
Your grief
That's a no.
consumed.
We just,
your
we just need to
grief
convince him that
consumed.
the
Yeah.
shot, the
Which is fair.
that
Okay.
the-
Cut.
yeah, it's cut. We're done. We're done. It's a wrap. You can break character now that it's time for
okay.
DVD commentary. Come
Time
on.
to let
just-
go.
You know what, Justin? Since you made a direct appeal to him, I'm gonna go ahead and let you roll that with advantage.
That's because I helped you.
Yeah,
Probably
it's 'cause you slashed
somewhere,
him.
probably somewhere around now.
Come on,
There is
very
kind of
impressed.
collect herself and be like,
Farron's really quick on her feet.
What the hell is that?
come back in.
Oh, it is cocked.
That is so weird. That's a cock.
In the middle of
I've
the
never.
thing?
I have never seen that before.
Okay.
It was in the middle of the thing.
It's cocked on a
Said
22.
no side for me.
That's the same roll. 12.
A 12. Okay. So there's just this long. There's this long awkward. I'm
We're all rolling stellar today.
sorry. I'm sorry, but I have to ask. This sounds so dumb off of me. Miss, have we met before? And he just kind of sighing and gives up, trying to say something clever. Well, I believe we may have, actually.
That is excellent, darling. Just be aloof at this point. It'll drive him nuts, I promise.
Oh, is that how that works?
It does.
And Nikolai actually blushes and turns away.
So where'd you guys meet?
And
In church.
At church.
Dinner with my mom.
you're pretty sure that he does not know this is Sasha from dinner.
I'm happy with that.
I'm really happy with
Be
it.
aloof, darling.
excellent.
Be
I
aloof.
think it.
So
Watch the confusion. Someone gives Farron like a little sneaky high five in the background.
should
What did I say?
Farron high fives herself with her magic with her mage hand.
Or with that, yeah, chill touch. Okay.
Chill touch and mage hand. Just a...
Father, should I, still looking away from Sasha, should I warn the Baron? I don't think that's wise. I don't know that he would do anything other than say that you were lying, and I don't think, probably not. But the wolf, he could, as you say, Nikolai, he doesn't kill any of his objects of affection. In fact, from what some people have confessed to me, it's, well, of course it's not wholesome at all, but it's rather, they're unharmed. You don't really believe that, Father, do you? And now the father stood up, and Nikolai has gone over to the pew where Fate died, and he's examining that too, pretty intently.
I'm still sitting right there.
Well, he's then
You're
he's
still sitting in the same spot?
I have
he's
not
examining-
moved this entire time.
Still in the room.
I let my mage hand wreak havoc, but I am literally sitting in the same spot.
And he just, like, without really looking up at you, he's like, excuse. And sees the back. And then sometimes the revenant, you knows this word?
You're something that stays behind. Sometimes reborn into another body.
Roll.
Aye. When the dead, they have unfinished business and strong enough spirits as they come back, but there is an odor. Not here. She was human.
I move over to smell.
Okay.
What's
It smells like blood. It just smells like blood.
what do you smell?
Well, this is blood, but the revenant will be musty, more like dirt.
Fascinating.
Farron pulls out her
Comes out
bloody
again.
hand and she's gonna try to use prestidigitation to clean it.
What happened with that?
swirls off into like little mist particles that then dissolve.
Some of us were actually trying to comfort the dying person. Shocking, I know.
Oh, I see. No, I tried to bring her back.
Yeah, thank you for doing
Yes.
something.
Oh, something.
More than I could say for... Anyway, doesn't matter.
Ismark gently.
and Ismark is we're heading back in.
Ismark gently had tried to get you to stand, and he's staying extra close to you as you walk back in, and he's not like he glances around, makes sure there's not more danger or whatever, but he's not really. He's staying more focused on you as you walk back in. Although he does note Nikolai close to his brother, and you see a scowl run across his face. And then Nikolai stands, having completed his inspection there, and says, "Father, I can ask some of our servants to come here, if you want. And I don't think that will be necessary. The cleaning will do me some good. The boy that you sent back to warn the father. I can't remember his name right now. I'll have to look it up.
Really?
So the father assures you that that he's safe, and explains, I attempted to defend the church and myself. I didn't know that Lady Karolova was going to come here in force. That's terrifying. I guess I had my head in the sand about just how bad it had gotten here.
Well, they wouldn't have gone through so much trouble if they thought that this wasn't a threat to their power.
That pile of ash was one of them, but after I destroyed that one, she had me mentally. It was over. And then the next thing I know, you all are here. So on top of everything else, I probably also owe you my life, or at least my sanity. So thank you for that. You're going to go to the inn then? Do you think you'll be staying here the night?
Yes. I think we should.
It's probably wise. At
Before,
least for a night or two.
before that, though, I would like to take a look at the ashes of Karolova.
Okay.
I'm gonna collect some of it first off.
Sure.
Because, whatever. But I'm also gonna start moving through it to see if there's any trinkets left behind that she might have been wearing in her hair, on her clothes, something magical that might have been there.
Well, you see that in honor of the occasion, Randy, she had donned a platinum mask.
Her fancy mask on.
Which
But that didn't melt.
I have not looked up the melting temperature for platinum, but I'll have to do that because that'll tell me what. Sometimes, Melissa, you know all kinds of things. So if you know that, if you happen to know offhand,
Yeah, just right off the
slower
top
than
of her
steel.
head.
See what the Google has to say.
but
I think it's pretty high.
that's what I'm remembering. So
3,215 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's pretty hot.
what's steel? Or
It's 3 times higher than the melting point of gold.
Well, gold melts pretty easily.
Ish.
okay.
A little more than 2 times higher.
I'm gonna say it's largely intact then. It may be a little melted around the edges, but you weren't trying to melt it. You were trying to burn her head off. So
Focused on her weird mask.
yeah. So
Like, look it over.
you have the mask, and then there are a crap ton of platinum rings that she must have been wearing. Make a investigation roll. So platinum was her thing.
Nat 20.
Wow.
Yep.
Yay!
Okay.
I can see it from
Someone
here.
else well said
I see it.
So that's at least a 25 because you have a 20 intelligence. So you just doop, 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 doop. And like you see his hand go into this pile of ash and there's no way he can even see it and he still snags it. So you come back with all 10 platinum rings set with gemstones. So you have a small fortune in your hands right now. Old girl was decked out.
I'll go over this later to see if there's anything magical with it. If not, we have at least a cash fund for our future endeavors.
Morgathi, we are not indigent. I have enough coin to...
We are not indigent, and we'd like to, and I would like for us to remain not so.
Not that old chestnut.
And there's going to be places that your money just doesn't work. But maybe a ring might.
Point.
And if I might say, it sure feels pretty good to have the other side fund the effort for a change.
And this,
Ismark gives you a kind of a darkly amused smile. And the father says, well, if you have trouble with the sheriff, the least I can do, I feel, is escort you to the inn and back if you would like. Or not. Is it that bad?
The sheriff's going to need to be another point of contention we're going to have to deal with.
decisively.
Probably.
Quickly.
I would like to first know why he has such an interest in one of our party members.
The father says, please elucidate, dear. What do you mean?
And she'll nod over at Sasha.
Okay. Oh?
Set him off, it did.
The mirror...
He has made dolls that look like him. And I am saying him. It'll just kind of come out
Ruining
before
my
she quite
sweet
catches it.
disguise.
That's great.
There's so many people here that, like, Nikolai's just... He's not sure. He's like, oh, maybe I missed... Yeah.
Maybe I missed somebody.
Yeah, I just rolled... That's a 2, so no, he did not get that.
Sweet.
She said
good.
them. She said them.
And...
Interest in them.
I said him, but he heard them, so that works. She's just not in quite the state to
It's fine.
hide
that's-
that necessarily.
That's fair. That's more than fair.
What about a misdirection? Tell the good sheriff that, well, the sheriff, that there has been a sighting of the Black Wolf or something over in this general area. Let him go investigate it. We move in, we grab our stuff, we move out.
That sounds reasonable.
And it's corroborated because people have seen him. And at least enough people are deserted off the street right now, which will add credence to the story.
Would you like my help?
I wouldn't go out amiss.
Yes.
Is there something in the inn that we need to collect right away?
Our gear,
Yeah, we left like all of our packs.
everything.
Yeah, everything's there.
I mean, we
including
Which
your
would
food
include bedrolls.
and food.
If he's got half a brain, he's going to keep an eye on that place, if not be there himself.
Better to have a local from the town.
there's risk everything we do.
Well, I can't
Aye.
fight anybody right now, so if
Yes,
that sheriff's
nor can
gonna
I.
come for us,
That's my
there's
point.
not shit we
can.
can do.
Let me help, Nikolai says. I will take servants. He says, Durgan, write something for me so I can show it to Erwin so that he knows that I am being true. And I will collect these things and I will bring them back. What rooms did you have?
Would all good to this?
I will go with you.
I mean, if you're fine with it, I'm fine with it. Are you?
I suppose.
Dear, don't go by yourself. Stupid.
I mean, he'll at least
I'm
write.
not. He has
He'll write
servants. And
He'll at least write something up.
Don't
Just
go-
to
Don't
keep
go
the
without
options open.
some
Yeah,
one
that
of
you
us.
know. Really, because he could still have... No offense, Nikolai, but you could have ulterior motives, and we just
I
didn't
just
see it.
don't know you very well.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. But Ismark and you probably could go with them just fine. But be careful, please.
I look over at his mark, see if he's willing to go.
Yeah, you look like you
Guru
could
has
use a
no
walk.
interest in staying in the same spot right now.
I just feel like
You should stay here with Sasha. She says kind of quietly.
you can't go. He's he's probably going to be there. Either that or either Vakter or the father goes over and we wait here. I think that's the safest. I don't want you out on the street. I don't want any of us out on the street until we're ready to deal with him. Because we're going to have to.
So we hide here in the church?
I don't know if I'm overhearing any of that or not.
Elsier's perking.
Well,
Hill, I think we're better to stay for a bit and recover. We're not hiding. Just, we know we're gonna have to deal with the sheriff, and he's looking to start a fight. And I don't know about you, but in a true Bolivian fashion, it seems like there's a lot more to these things than meets the eye. He looks mostly human, but obviously he seems to be a hell of a lot more.
And I don't know about the rest of you, as I started like twisting a little bit of frost between my fingers. I'm about tapped out. I do not have much to bring to bear if it does come to a fight.
Very well. And then she's just gonna storm off somewhere and just pace and check the rooms and patrol
a
and
disgruntled Gira.
she's going to find things to do.
Okay.
She'll start lifting pews back into place. Like just boom.
Ismark helps you as best he can.
In stark contrast to that reaction, Farron lays down now on the pew that she has been sitting on.
Does she lay in the blood?
Yeah, she's just laying there
She's
and
like, I can clear
staring
it
up
up
at the
later.
ceiling.
Did it like spread out?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is going on with you? Father, here, take please 2 of these for your coffers. So I dropped 2 of the platinum rings in his hand. For your coffers and repairs and whatnot.
Thank you.
So I have 8 of those now. I'm sure there's going to be some repairs and potentially find a new house for that. Milovaj was the one who found it. He told the person that he needed to tell, which was the coffin maker, and the coffin maker was able to use his strength to get it out.
I have a feeling that Milovaj is run for now, but
We could find him. He's probably not too far.
no.
Oh yeah, that was something Gira meant to come in and like literally just say, Milovash is gone.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'm going to need
If
to.
I can retcon that, that
That's
would
fine.
be great.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Just walk in, Milovash is gone. Like, I don't even know who cares what anyone
Just so
says.
everybody knows.
I could actually see her just like being so pissed off about Finney and everything else. She didn't even think about it until
Now. Yeah, maybe
his name
you
actually
say,
comes
yeah,
up.
you say
Yeah,
that.
she's storming around fixing the pew, and she just says it when everybody's bringing it up.
When she's off and about, kind of storming around, and everyone else is still close by, I say to them in sort of hushed tones so that it doesn't just re-trigger her. The body of Finney is missing. They took him.
Okay.
This is why we shouldn't have done this.
What should we have
Is
done,
this that we should not have done?
We should have gone back to the Wachter house and spoken to her. Her home is just as safe as this church without us having to do all of this and restore these bones that got all these people fucking killed. We could have just gone in there, made nice. They would have helped us with this sheriff problem because they hate him too.
And then what?
And then we continue to work with them just like we're going to work out of this place.
So it sounds to me like your goal is to make good with the Wagners so that we have a permanent place to stay. But we are not staying here permanently, are we?
I don't want to stay anywhere, but we need a home base, as y'all are saying.
And
we have the church now, but we lost people to get it, to get those stupid bones in that stupid space where we could have just walked into Wachter House and said, howdy, can we join y'all's team? And they would have been like, sure, come on in. And everything would have been fine. And Finney would be here.
I don't know what the Wagners would have had us do for their loyalty and their support.
Probably not kill one of our own.
Probably is a
eyes.
vast word with a lot of nuance. Probably, maybe, They wouldn't have done that, but we would have known that we would have gone hip deep into the politics of this city, and we do not have time for
We
that.
already are.
Everything we do is going to be hip deep in the city.
So that defeats your own fucking argument.
No, it doesn't. It means that at least here we have successfully done this. This place is now sanctified again. The Wagner is an unknown place with unknown people and unknown motives. At least here I trust this man as I point over at Donovich. I trust him. Petrovich.
Whatever bitch she
Yeah,
is.
the bitch. I trust his motives more than I trust Lady Wagner's. But I don't think one is exclusive to the other. We can do both.
Morgathi, it came at a high price. And I feel,
You're saying this?
the father, and he says, I feel, for what it's worth, I feel terrible guilt that,
Oh, he feels bad.
that this all,
Yeah,
Feels bad.
someone took over your mind. I wonder what that must be like.
I'm sure he feels just awful that our friend died to save his happy little church here.
And I look at Nikolai. To all of that.
while all this was going on, he basically walked to this side door. At the side door, he and the father exchanged glances, and he kind of like, I'll be back.
Nikolai. We need to speak with your family again.
Yes. And he shuts the door and then hurries off. Okay.
See Gara kind of stop in the middle of whatever she was doing because she heard what Farron said last. And she will turn around and look Farron dead in the eye. Finney did not die for a church. Finney died for us.
He didn't have to. He shouldn't.
This
have
is
been in
not
that
your
position.
comfortable high terra. There is no healer strong enough to bring us back from the dead. This is the edge of the wilds.
And trust.
Death is real. I am sorry that you had to have this realization in this way. The past is the past. We made decisions. Finney is gone.
Farron stands up abruptly and goes over to Gira and just throws herself like kind of onto Gira, and she just cries.
Gara will actually wrap her. Like it's like hug time. she totally leans into that. Tears start coming down her
So
cheek.
now,
Ismark swallows, and then he hugs both of you. He puts his arms around both of you and bows his head.
She'll say a little quieter. To say that we should have chosen another path is to make Finney's sacrifice less than what it was. Do not take that from him.
Just wish it went a different way.
That is what loss is.
Well, I thought I had lost people before, but I haven't lost anybody like that. Not where they can't come back.
This is a difficult place and it will not be the last time.
At least you're acting like you care that he's gone.
You do. Everyone has different ways of showing it.
We have a lot of work to do.
much, yes. Much.
In honor of Finney, we focus on protecting the living.
Agreed. Agreed. It is not that I do not care about him. But
Morgathi, it's enough. It's enough. Okay. The group waits. You do what you can. The father is very silent now. The enormity of what has happened, like he's starting to really feel his way through it. He gets on hands and knees and he begins to scrub. So that's what he can do.
up with the piles of ashes and stuff like that. ostensibly to help with it, but also to see if there's any little trinkets that I might come across in the other.
And the other ones, no.
Yeah, gotcha.
No.
After some time passes, for some reason a hand appears again and is kind of righting things a little bit. Putting a couple things back, maybe
Okay.
dusting up a
Kira
little
will stay in the
pile.
hug as long as you want to.
Yeah. Eventually she maybe just like sits next to her
yeah.
and is just like still not saying much, but just staying nearby. Processing.
So, all of you can feel what I'm about to describe to some extent. Durgan, though, as you find that you have invested yourself into at least this place, maybe more than you thought, or maybe you knew this was always going to happen. But you feel, although you have definitely carved out like a sanctuary here, that probably hasn't been this strong in a long, long time. Because you didn't just restore it. You did not just restore what was there. You reaffirmed why it existed. Having said that, you can just feel that there are evil undercurrents all over the city, and you can see like Artexia's she's watched this back and forth. Kenzie often doesn't really get into the arguments though, so she's watched the back and forth, but you see her carefully contemplating what she's experienced. She's thinking about the creature that had clawed. She might even like quietly bring this up to you at the right time, that there was, the small creature that's so strong that it just deeply gouged the earth in the hut. She tells you that's not the only time, that can't be the only time that's happened in this city, and that was fresh. And you think about the bats, you know that there's something weird happening with the animals, with the cat.
Bats,
With the
rats.
cat. And the cats.
And cats.
Remember the cats were doing the relay race as you were going toward Voctor House? So, although you have done...
Skeletal scat.
You've done... skeletal cats, the whole other thing.
Up there.
Although you have done,
Not on the streets.
very well to win this victory for yourself, you know that you're a long way from finished with purging the city, if indeed that's even possible.
Yeah, I don't know that is.
And then let alone the madman who's in charge of the whole place right now.
I mean, yeah.
We'll call the good Baron at least, or the Baron at least deluded if he's not mad. And you do throughout as the day wears on into night, there is a last minute rush of people making sure that they get home, or they get to whatever shelter they're going to be in for the night. And finally, the father explains, and Artexia is catnapping. And the father explains, pushing up from one of the pews, kind of rubbing his knees. When that kind of mist starts, it's everyone here who's a native understands that you don't want to be out on the streets. It's going to be the Black Wolf, or it's going to be the Red Death, or it's going to be something. That's why there was no one out. Just know that for yourselves. That kind of rapid onset creeping ground mist it's literally never a good sign.
It also usually means that they're probably up to something.
Yes.
Like here.
Probably.
We heard the plans of them gathering nearby, and if they had succeeded in ridding this church of its protections, then they probably did have plans.
Well, Thander only knows how much further it would have gone. Farron, I have forgotten that I'm a priest. Is there anything that you would like me to do, or say, or perform for your friend? For your fallen friend who fell in defense of this place? You don't have to answer right now, but if there is something that you want, let me know. And if it's within my power, It's yours. And with that, there's a knocking at the door, and then someone tries to open it, and
That door.
yeah. Father, is everything okay? And my friends, life goes on. Coming, he says.
Garrett gets up to go with him.
If you want, as many of you as can cram into the visitors' room, please do. Otherwise, my office is fair game.
Does your office have a library?
Modest, but yes,
May I partake of it?
by all means.
Thank you.
So he goes, he unbars the door. Father, why was that? No worries. Everything is, there's been a bit of a scuffle. What? And he just starts kind of allaying their concerns, explaining. It's all right. It's okay. In fact, you'll see, I just need a little bit of help. Anything you need. Right. Okay. So, your husband was a carpenter, no? So...
You mind if I join you for a bit?
And at the back of the crowd, so Gary, you had gone with him.
To help him, open the door.
At the back of the crowd. Okay, so some of the people don't...
And make sure it wasn't anything bad.
Anything nasty.
Yeah.
So
she
the
puts
crowd...
her axe away as soon as she realizes it's just people.
The crowd sees you, and some of them are like, and he says, no, that's all right. This is a friend, believe me. We owe quite a bit to her and her comrades. But her name is Gira. Gira, this is one of my dear parishioners, Anna.
She does this.
But she's not. Many people come from many places beyond the mists, Anna. That's all right.
I am different, but not that different from you. It is an honor to meet you, Anna.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. Oh, right. Thank you.
Hello usually works.
Okay. And she scampers by. He says, they're not used to outsiders, Gira, but they are basically good people.
I have noticed there is not commonly people who look like me.
No, you and Durgan are very unusual, although I don't think most of them even know Durgan is anything other than a very broad-shouldered, very short man.
At least I have a point of reference for him.
He also has a symbol of the Morning Lord, so they're going to be predisposed to... I mean, they're not going to harass him. That your elfkin, well, that's a whole other topic. You haven't been out yet to see the Vistani and the Dusk Elves who cohabitate with them, have you?
We have not left the western side of Vallaki yet.
He says, if you want, when the time is right, I'll tell you what I know of them.
Much appreciated.
Perhaps it can be prepared. Of course, I wanted to help you and your people, but now I understand that our fates are joined. And I failed horribly in my duty, and I can't let that happen again. I owe you... My life is one thing. I don't mean to be cavalier about it, but we're born, we live, we die, so be it. But to have something like this place ripped away from these people are going to sleep here tonight. They're going to sleep in the pews because this is their sanctuary. This is actually literally safer than their own homes. Mm. And it means the world to me that this was, well, any road. And he turns and goes away. And you're about to turn away yourself.
Father.
Turns back.
Anything that is living, breathing, and mortal will make mistakes. I made at least 2 today. We must pick ourselves up, learn from them, and move on if we can.
Are you sure you're not a priest as well?
Ooh, subclass.
And that
Paladin.
Is there a dual class in your yeah. So he walks, and you're about to turn away. You know, the fog is, of course, out there. And then you see an all too... Oh, no. No, you didn't. So you see a stately blonde woman out, like on the other side of the street, maybe, just watching intently. She has a rapier at her side. She has a half cape. She moves with the practiced ease of either a dancer or a warrior or both. And she begins to walk towards you.
She's outside.
The mother of Sasha and Ismark approaches. And that, friends, is where we will pause the tale.
Sure.
We'll be back in just a bit, friends.
Welcome to Constructed Chaos, a D&D live play channel where you get to control the game. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time for our in-person live stream that allows you to influence our adventures in major ways, from alternate plot points to rerolls to absolute chaos. And tune in on Mondays at 7 for our brand new Chat Plays D&D format where you get to roll the dice and pilot the characters themselves straight from the live stream chat. And between it all, there's tons of homebrew content and guides that we release every single month. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, and until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
I am the Ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just god. but with none of a god's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words, she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death, my death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and the great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made was for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die. Nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs, that none may disturb me. welcome back, faraway friends. Here we are. We forgot to put the candle out, so our intermission was canon, y'all.
We don't ever put the candle out at this table. It always burns.
It just always burns, huh?
Intermission matters.
Just like.
What happens at intermission matters.
Stays at intermission. I thought that's where that goes, right?
I'm not snuffing this baby just for that.
So fair. That is fair. So coming to
It's timeless, just like Barovia.
I hope I'm not getting over my skis, but I think this is a fair thing to say. Coming to an intermission soon. You may even have just watched it, depending on how things go. But a while back, yours truly did a dramatic reading of the Tome of Strahd excerpt, and we were going to try to find a place to put that in, and hopefully that will give you the backstory, and that's in the module, which I think is it's a good thing. So there you go. And our own fabulously talented Melissa over here is going to give Strahd the misty rotating treatment.
Yeah.
And
That's right, guys. I won the whole game for everybody. Strahd is in my bag.
yep.
Nice.
Did it.
We're done.
You did
He's
it.
sucted a diva.
Succeeded.
He's
I
such
just
a diva
removed
that
Strahd from the entire the whole
But after
thing.
finish, like the it's just laid down. So
Oh, man, too soon.
no, Strahd.
Not fitting.
Not Finny.
I just went and killed Strahd all by myself.
So
You see Strahd. You see Finny sneaking up on Strahd. Yeah.
Melissa, I was we were having a conversation over an emission, and I wanted to say I think it is an incredibly important thing that you are reminding the rest of the group and the viewers that Gira does not come from the same culture that the Elfkin do, or even to some extent that Durgan does. So yeah, to her that made not just perfect sense to me, but like that really resonated with me. Also, it's good that Farron, we're not just the get along gang. I mean, and all of that makes sense to me. And also, this is all happening within a very, very short amount of time, even though for us it's been distant. So I want to, for excellent roleplay, I want to give both you, Melissa, and you, Caitlin, inspiration.
Yay!
Yeah, that was
I
really
feel
good.
so inspired by my anger and grief.
As you should.
Don't forget selfishness.
I want to throw some more cues around.
Well, those scenes can be really difficult. And,
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard to be that confrontational too, but that is exactly how these, I think, accurately portraying these characters, and ultimately this is a character study. Speaking of which, you see the graceful form of a woman that you did not see because we were also talking, and you were never downstairs
Nope.
during that whole brawl in the coffin maker shop.
No clue as to what happened yet.
So she's walking up
Who is this fancy lady?
and make an insight check.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
23.
You see a woman who has steel in her spine and is approaching something that she would rather not do, but also knows must be done. There's a certain dignified resignation to her. And with the 23, you can also tell that even the act of approaching the church is difficult. And so by the time she gets to the actual steps,
I'm curious. I might actually take a couple steps outside.
her jaw
Not very
is
far.
a little clenched. Greetings.
Ave.
I would like to speak to my sons.
And she looks like the mother of.
She
his
does.
Americans. I can, like.
Now I
can spot
recognize
that.
you.
But she looks around and she sees the parishioners. Probably the other entrance. The one. I will go through the cemetery. Would you bring them there? They don't even have to step outside. Thank you. And there's a certain formality as she bows, and then you see her turn. She's his mama beautiful. And she turns and
Before she
begins
goes,
to walk.
before she turns around, like Gira's gonna start turning around, then she'll stop. Do you know what happened to the little one?
Howdy. I am not going to be myself for very long. Please.
And you can see some of that strain now.
Then she'll go inside,
Okay.
and she kind of just jogs
All right.
up to Ismark.
Ismark's
and-
finally beginning to. He was like embarrassed to be in the parishioner's way, so he collected Sasha, and they're in the. They're already in this side room, and even though he's calling it the visitors' quarters, you can see that Father Petrovich's effects are clearly just a few personal effects. This would be his room in.
Oh, okay. I don't even have to go far.
Yeah, no, you don't. It's just it's right there, and he's. Oh, it's nice to be able to relax. Hopefully, the rest of this day is just very simple and uneventful.
Absolutely.
I'll
Ismark
say-
and Sasha, do you have a moment?
While I had followed them in and I was touching Sasha's disguise.
Your mom's on the phone. Okay. She wants to talk to you now when you're home for dinner.
Right. And
You need both of us, Gira?
Yes.
All right. Ferin, you're right from earlier. We should... When it's the right time, we should do something for Finny. But soon. I'll think on it. I should draw him something. Yeah.
I think that's what I might ask of the father here. Maybe tonight we can just have a moment for him.
Durgan, the father's asked you to kind of stay out with him so that the parishioners can be inspired by the fact that even though it's clear that there was violence here, because some of the pews have been smashed and like that, you've cleaned it up some from the fight. You've had enough time, but he says that it's just going to be, it would be good for them to see a stalwart in armor, also. He doesn't say that, but you kind of get the point. That who is clearly on the side of the Morning Lord.
Okay.
Is here. So you're out there with him, and they're looking over, and you don't think these people know that you're anything other than a very short, very broad-shouldered man. Apparently, there's enough variation in Barovians that you're like, and you're kind of tall for a dwarf, So, that's going on. Gira, you collect the Koyanovich boys.
I start walking.
To that side. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're kind of doing that, like, don't want to bother the Sunday parishioner thing. So you're,
Yeah, we're more, kind of gently going through, but I'm not. Yeah, and then we'll wait until they're kind of out of some of them, but still inside the church.
nobody's really paying attention to you. They're all focused on the father, and he begins to talk about the renewed, like with vigorously talking about the renewed light. And some of the more sensitive, devout parishioners are kind of looking at each other, looking around, and there is a change. There is a change. Like I was saying before, it hasn't just been restored, it's actually been renewed. And you can feel St. Andrew's presence more strongly in the church. It's almost like she was freshly interred. Farron, do you follow them, or do you stay in the
No, I'm staying in there.
Okay. The window, the one window has like a heavy bar across it, which I assume you've slid shut. And for once, with bar on this door, bar on this window, this is in a sanctified place. This is about as secure as you're going to find here.
Yeah.
It's about as good as it gets. Morgathi, are you in there with her, or are you doing something else?
I'm in the father's office. I'm going through his library.
That's right. That's right.
I'm looking specifically for the history of Valaki. Anything that might be notable about the ruling families here, of Wagner specifically.
Okay. Okay. That's going to take a while, but you're looking through.
He's got time.
Yeah.
I have no interest out there. That's
No.
that's out there stuff.
No, that's really good. Okay, Gira. So You usher them over.
Yeah, and I'll kind of stop him before, like, at least 15, 20 feet before the door.
All right.
And kind of turn around. I don't mean to alarm you. She has no idea. Player me thinks this is kind of hysterical, but I don't mean to alarm you. You told me that...
After today, love, I don't know that much could alarm me. Gives you like a tired but happy smile. We won. At a cost.
Now watch her open the doors of the itch.
But we won.
Your mother is here.
It's like watching him reset in real time.
She arrived at the door and greeted me politely and asked to see her sons.
Oh, but easy.
He grabs his brother's hand with both.
This is wonderful.
Inside the church. She will stay outside. She said she cannot remain herself for long.
No, she's strong. She's strong. She can reclaim herself. She came back to us. Come on, Ismark.
Perhaps, but...
And he starts trying to drag Ismark over. And Ismark's still, just bamboozled by this and looks shocked.
He did just get stabbed by her, like, multiple times, like,
Right.
10 minutes ago or something.
Much.
There's still blood on his armor.
Some of that's just, probably. So some of that's been cleared off, but there probably still is a little bit. So he goes clanking on out. And is that the Morning Lord, Mom? No. Because he's in the white.
He's in the
armor.
pretty shiny white armor.
But you go, and Ismark is resting.
I'm right there with them.
Resting a hand on his longsword, and you see something happening over there, but you're kind of involved in the sermon right now, and
I don't know anything at all about that stuff.
and the discussion.
We were upstairs.
No, but you see Gira, Ismark,
Sure.
and Sasha all kind of with intent going over to the door, and you see Ismark looking around. She has enough sense that she's not standing right in front of the door. She's standing off, but you can clearly see her.
Yeah, and if Sasha starts running out there, I'm gonna kind of catch his arm gently and be like,
Mama.
And she even, as he lunges toward her, she takes a step back.
My precious Rose. Look at you. Mother, you're yourself again. Momentarily. My direct dometer has been... Well, apparently she has met the final death. I could feel her influence lifting, but the one above all of them will be conscious of this soon enough, Sasha. I don't understand. Darling, you do. You've always understood the implications of living in the shadow of that cursed place.
And she looks at Ismark.
You have grown into such a man.
What is your name? She looks at you.
I am Gira.
Gira. And her eyes, her sea green eyes flick between you and Ismark. And there's a private smirk, a smile between them. Boys, I'm going to say something that's very selfish, but Mama, wait. What do you... No. You are here. Look at you. You are speaking with us and thinking, and we got through to you before, in the middle of violence. You are here. You can stay here. You can choose to stay here. Oh, darling, I wish I could. You can't abandon me. Farron said that was bad, and she's right. She's right. Who is
Feren.
A companion of mine.
And you actually see some color rising in Sasha's cheeks as he stands up taller.
She is someone who has just fought alongside us, as you should be. Sasha, that's enough. It's not.
I put a hand on Sasha's shoulder.
And you feel him shaking.
You left a year ago to go with that stupid mad mage. I know, and you shouldn't have. You should have stayed with us. Perhaps there is a breaking point to all things. And I found mine. I don't care. I know.
This was as she starts to turn away. Mother, no.
I almost killed you. But for hearing Sasha's voice, actually hearing it, I would have.
She looks at you.
That is why he came to you.
Half dead, Gira. My blade did that to him. She looks down at the rapier.
And it will do it again once he seizes control of his property.
For that is what I am now. There is, and Ismark draws in breath to speak, there is only, she hurries on, there's only one thing left. One technique to employ. And because of my oath, of the blood oath, I cannot do it myself.
Then what can you tell us? You are still fighting.
Always.
Good.
His consort, Escher, is nearby. He was the leader that we helped 12 years back. A powerful, competent, careful, chosen group. They found a way to disrupt his control of the Measts, at least in their immediate area. Without it, any confrontation with him is doomed. He will use the Measts to blind and strangle you. Nothing mortal can survive them, not for long. I think I know where that might be, but how you would get there, I have no idea. There is a... He will be awake soon. There is a place in his catacombs that he does not dare go. It is a tomb that has stayed beautiful, holy, even. Once there, once, I swear, I heard him go there and weep.
His brother.
If so, I do not know. The way that the Measts go there or do not, it is completely clear. Do you understand me? Completely clear of them. Those damn things cling to him wherever he goes, and they cannot follow him in there. That medallion that they had, that device that I saw Escher use all those years ago before they went to confront him, it has to be there. In the catacombs. Why he has not taken it, I do not know. You do not ask. He wakes soon.
Then go.
No. I cannot. I will not be his puppet. He had me marked as his next. I'm sorry, Sasha. I'm sorry, darling.
He had me marked as his next bride. He was going to give me the second kiss. He's going to empower me, heighten my abilities. I was going to be a thinking Red Death. And I was very good at what I did. He will use me as his dagger in the night. No.
Then do you want me to tell them to go inside?
Kira, what are you talking about? Ismark glares at you.
I'm just looking at her.
Okay.
What is your choice? Now, while you are still yourself.
She looks at the branch of a nearby tree, walks over to it, tests it, and with greater strength than she ever had in life, Mother, he starts to step forward. I was going to selfishly ask you to do it, Ismark, but I see now that the Morning Lord has given me a final act of grace. Please go inside. He doesn't say anything. She walks over. She takes a dagger out of her boot that you never even saw was there. And very swiftly, expertly, starts shaping the point.
I step forward.
Mama.
Sasha's eyes fill with tears.
You have a chance to say goodbye. I kind of turn my head back.
Is this becoming louder?
You hear little...
I guess she may not even be at the door anymore.
No. They're a little bit off. So they did. I would say that maybe Ismark would have swung the door closed, and you can hear some kind of conversation going out there in like moments, and then now it's softer again.
Thank you for...
I turn to Ismark. Take Sasha inside. Get Durgan.
Thank you for staying out there with me with the chickens. You do not need to thank me for that, my precious Rose. Those were some of the best moments of my life.
I'm actually looking at Ismark in the eyes.
Sasha, she's right. And Sasha just looks at his mom for a while. Has a tiny little smile. And with tears running down his face, gives her the smallest wave. And then Ismark opens the door and ushers Sasha back in. So now, Durgan, you can see tears coming down Sasha's face, and his brother gently kind of, hand at the small of his back, shepherd him in, and then Ismark looks across the church and makes eye contact with you.
He'll make his way to the door.
Okay. People get up and move out of your way and they just glance your direction and then go back to the father.
What's the roll? Okay, he'll give one last sort of look at them and then go figure out what's happening. I mean, he sees her standing in the doorway.
He shuts, and when you come outside, Ismark shuts the door, and he just mutters, "Mother came back, and she needs to be released before she falls back under the thrall of him. I guess destroying Karolova momentarily freed her, but it won't last."
So Durgan's just now putting all of that together because he had never seen her or had any idea what actually happened to... Yeah, he was upstairs as well.
And she's fashioned a pretty credible makeshift stake. Gira, no, no, thank you. And please be here, but... And he steps forward. And you see him clench his jaw.
Who is Mark?
Yeah.
He comes back out.
Yeah.
Sasha does not need me.
No.
But
No,
is-
Sasha's inside. And she looks at him, warrior to warrior. Nods. Hands him the stake.
If you give me the opportunity, I can ease this a bit.
Quicker would be better.
There is no easing this, dwarf.
Using his speed.
Not that part.
You stand with my son. You are one of his companions.
Hey?
And you can see the paleness. You can see all the red behind what were sea green eyes.
He's going to, he is going to use Sanctuary.
Okay. On...
it's over the zone wherever she is, where they are.
Sanctuary was one person. Read it to me.
Well, I guess it is. So yeah, you ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends.
I'm learning this stuff.
What I'm hoping to do is help, like, break her, help sort of push
Push the undue influence out.
away. Just
That makes sense.
Just buy them another minute of time.
Make a religion check.
Okay.
With advantage, because St. Angel's influence is so much stronger here.
I've been doing that a lot lately, so that's 2 14s.
It's doubled up. Okay. Double trouble. That's fair.
That is
Yeah,
a
we're not playing
21.
Daggerheart.
Okay. A total of 21?
Actually, no, sorry. Religion is not quite as high. That is a total of... wow, that's way less impressive. That is a 17.
17? Okay.
He's not as smart as he is wise.
No, that's still high enough, though. Yeah. Okay. And she looks at you and nods. Thank you. Ismark, of course, is just completely focused on his mother.
But she gets to be his mother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to make that son of a bitch scream. She smiles. And he winds up. She takes down the last of her leather armor, leaving her heart bare.
I put a hand on her shoulder, kind of gently remove her rapier.
Okay.
And I go, you have... I'm like, I'm still doing that. You have raised 2 marvelous sons.
And apparently attracted a marvelous daughter-in-law. And she looks at him, and you can feel something in her shift or maybe relent in a way that would make this normally impossible. That her mind somehow influences her preternaturally resilient flesh and weakens it. Or perhaps even the blood inside of her withdraws. And as Ismark hauls back, thank you. And the parishioners' heads snap over that. Oh my. And as we pass through this difficult moment. Yeah, okay. You see some of her ash floating down, and her ash is not this dismal gray, but it's almost it's a gray so light that it's almost a white. and it's a fine, fine ash indeed. That much of it floats on the wind instead of just congealing in a pile. That was the right thing to do, right? I need to know that.
Yes, it
That's
was.
why I asked her. It was her decision.
Lad, I know that wasn't easy. But she did not become a slave to Strahd. She won that fight, and she won it with your help. And she wouldn't have wanted anyone else to do it.
And I just give Ismark a big, tight hug.
And I'm very sorry.
And
I start crying.
He holds you back, and you can feel his hot tears landing on you. His cheek against yours, and sliding in between.
You should both come in soon. And then Durgan's gonna walk back into the doorway and just give them a moment.
The cemetery has been the site of quite a bit of Gira and Ismark emotionality today. And over Ismark's shoulder, you see trying to creep back to his hut is Milivosh.
Oh no, he didn't.
Oh no, he didn't.
What timing?
And
Creeping back over to his hut.
you have that moment where he's deep in the shadows, but he looks over and your eyes meet each other as you're holding his mark. And he stops breathing.
I do a gentle wave on over. It's more like an invitation.
Make a persuasion check.
Who's not going to be mean to anyone?
Somebody be nice to me.
Persuasion?
Yes.
12.
That's not too bad. Wasn't like,
It's not horrific.
right.
He-
It wasn't like,
He takes a
Get your ass over.
he takes the most tentative step in the history of steps toward you and waits, and he's still not sure that you see him, you don't think.
Yeah, I kind of let go, start letting go of Ismark, and I wave him over again.
Another step.
It is safer in the church tonight. Come.
You're talking to me? Yeah, I guess you're right.
Tonight is not a night to be alone.
Is Petrovich okay? Okay. Okay. And he kind of almost sheepishly, like all the piss and vinegar from earlier when Artexi and Morgathi were dealing with him is gone. And he's like, hold on. He runs back and he snatches his shovel. Almost like a security blanket. And then looking around, suddenly looks like he gets creeped out by the cemetery and jogs over to the door. Morgathi, I'm going to give you an investigation check.
Okay. I would also like to do a 10-minute ritual of detect magic while I'm in here and doing this and right before I start, just to see if anything sparkles with those rings or anything like that.
Okay.
And I really want to take that time to build it up because it's been a long day and I just need to feel
has
that
been.
comfort, of just flowing through me. So going to comfort myself as well as do something productive with my time.
You feel the dance of mana even here in distant Barovia. There is a strain of dissonance that runs through it, but you are beginning to learn how to sing with it instead of trying to fight against it.
Can I try to harmonize a little bit with it?
Not yet, but maybe when you're here longer.
All right.
And as you cast it, instead of using your own innate essence, you use what you gather to you painstakingly, and then send it out. And you are looking, and you're using, so it takes an action, and you are looking around and into any of the schools of magic. So surprisingly, or not surprisingly, nothing that was on Karolova seems to be innately magical. And you... so yeah, go ahead and make that investigation check.
A lot. 18 on the die. Investigation will be another 5, so 22, 23.
Okay. You pretty damn thoroughly scour the room with this mystic sight, and you do not see anything here.
Is Sasha still within his viewpoint?
note.
Sasha has a new necklace.
No, because he's in the office.
Oh, okay.
Not within
Yeah,
range.
he's isolated. However, you do finally find what you were looking for earlier, not through mystic means.
Just old-fashioned investigation.
Yeah, but 23 is still a 23. So you find it's not exactly what you wanted, but it's essentially a series of short biographies on different rulers throughout Valaki's history.
Excellent.
Which, of course, in the telling of that, also tells you about the town.
Right. Pull that up. Pull that up. And I'm content just to be here for the rest of the night reading. Or trancing, if needed. When needed.
Farron, is there anything else that you wanted to do?
Well, now I'm in the visitors' quarters
You are.
area, and Sasha's back in there with me, right? Is that where Kira deposited?
He eventually, because he doesn't really know what else to do. No, Sasha doesn't come back in.
Oh, okay. So is anyone in there, or is it
It's just you.
Okay. Then she is.
He starts destroying things. No.
She's kind of coming up with a little program for the evening. She wants to ask the father to help her kind of just like lead a little
Okay.
service for the people who are gone.
Fair enough. The father ends this kind of impromptu exhortation with
How many people have shown up to the church at this point?
a fair bit. Maybe after people were scared after the fog, so there may be 20 who showed up, which for this town at this time of the night is not bad. He says, "For those of you who are going to go, friends, now is the time. Please travel in groups of no less than 4. For those of you who are going to stay, make yourselves comfortable. We have a packed house tonight, but all are welcome here. And as we've just been discussing, please find your way to thanking St. Andrel and also our new friends in the city. Mr. Oakenshield seems to have stepped out, so when you see him, thank him and his people. They are, in every conceivable way, they are the reason for this miracle. And for the Morning Lord's will being able to be worked here in this land. And as they're thanking him, he goes to the side. He goes to that door that Nikolai had gone through, opens it, perhaps having heard something, and admits Nikolai back in. Some of them, Lord Voctor, nod, and then most of them, though, are just kind of huddled around, and about half of them look like they're going to leave. The father walks them to the threshold, and then in a group of 10, they kind of scurry on out, and they're all like in the same neighborhood, so those are the ones that decided to leave. And Nikolai starts to filter back in, or he comes in, and about half a dozen servants begin to filter in behind him. So most of the servants, like he emptied out most of the servants that are there in Voctor House, or at least that you saw, and they have yo crap.
All our stuff.
Yep, it's moving day.
Moving day.
Now he did not get into Rictavio's quarters, obviously, but I don't think you guys left anything in
We
Rictavio's
hadn't
quarters.
gone in there. We hadn't claimed it quite yet.
Who
We still
has
have the key.
Who has the key?
I don't.
Somebody had the key.
If
Maybe
there needs to be a responsible person, it would have been me.
Okay.
I was trying to.
It was either Farron or Durgan, I think.
I didn't have it.
Okay. So, I think
Wouldn't have been Artexia.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been Artexia. I'll ask. I'll ask Kenzie. So,
I mean,
Maybe.
oh, we should have. Sorry. I should have addressed this at the beginning. Kenzie is hale and hearty. She was just not able to join us today because of work. So, it's short version. But she
Only
will
a
be,
temporary
She will be back. Yes, she will be back.
she's off scouting somewhere.
Soft scouting. Yes.
Don't worry, the wild child will return.
Shard.
Okay. Where would you like this?
I suppose in the cleric's chambers would be the best place to haul it up.
Looks over at the father. Father nods and directs them over there. And he remarks to Nikolai, you know, it's funny to me that this is what it took to finally get your household into this church. Nikolai smiles, but he doesn't say anything back. Because remember, they're all followers of the Mist Warden, not of Lathander, not of the Morning Lord.
When Durgan heads back in, he's going to go look for Sasha, because he's obviously going to be going through a shock.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's going to find him or not, but he's going to go look for him.
You find Sasha in the viewing room. So this is where bodies are prepared for burial, and there are candles here. There is no, there, oddly enough, this is a high occupancy room in Barovia, but tonight there doesn't seem to be.
It's good because there's plenty of people, so
Yeah.
now we have a room.
So Sasha's just sitting there. Someone has lit candles, though, even though there isn't anyone awaiting burial. And you see him just sitting there with the tears have dried on his face, and he's just staring at the candles. Artexia has made her way to him as well, and she's like beside him, kind of rubbing his back, but not saying very much.
He'll just go in and stand next to him and see if he says something to him first.
He doesn't. He looks at you and gives you a tiny little nod, but he can't even smile right now. And then he stares back off at the candles again.
Would you like to talk or just have silence?
What good are words when they can't change anything?
I can. But it's all in how you view what just happened.
What just happened, Durkin?
Hey?
What just happened is that my ferocious mother gave up.
I was afraid that's what you might think.
It's the truth. She was her. I saw her. It wasn't like in the coffin maker shop. She could see me. She wouldn't even let me touch her. She wouldn't let me hug her.
She didn't. There are, even where I'm from, there are those that want to choose how they, write the last part of their story.
But it didn't have to be the last part of her story. Darren's right. They're just a bunch of liars. Parents are liars.
Your mom thought best that, at least while she was able to keep control, she was denying Strahd a weapon. Her sacrifice is what made it possible for our side to have a stronger fighting chance. She didn't give up.
Do you really believe that?
I do. There are sicknesses that sometimes ravage your body, and there are those who decide, rather than continuing to degrade and being left that memory with their loved ones, that they would rather go out on their own terms and in their own control. And that's what happened.
I think I just want to sit here.
I understand. I'll be here if you need me, okay?
You start to leave.
Maria Indirovna. That was her name.
Maria Drovna.
And he leans against Artexia, and she leans her head against his.
He'll just sort of nod at Artexia.
She catches her eyes, but yeah, obviously doesn't say anything. She just is there with him. Okay. So Farron, the room gets cozy. This is never a large room to begin with. And it gets downright cozy with all the gear in here, but at least it's centralized. You do kind of just a cursory examination, and they at least caught, there might be, they might have left a comb there or something like that, but they basically got right. And for what it's worth, as far as you can tell, they weren't rifling through your things. You don't see anything that's been grossly misplaced.
Okay.
Anyway. And then Nikolai just gives you a quick half bow to acknowledge receipt of these things. And then turns back around. And as the church begins to quiet down, Jurgen, he comes to seek you out. Well, your tinks are here now.
This was
Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping.
He shrugs. I wish there was more I could do, and he's keeping his voice down as people are trying to bed down in the pews, and they have their threadbare blankets. Some people still feel safer sleeping under the pews.
Durgan's gonna look over the group of people.
You spot something that you've never been in a position to see before. The strongest of the people and the children. So the children are actually sleeping around the pulpit and behind the smallest behind the pulpit, and then the strongest people are like guarding them from here. You see a people under siege.
He's just gonna try and drink that in.
Nikolai allows the moment. Doesn't feel the need to speak.
There's been a lot of despair this night, this day. I hope they sleep well. We need to speak with her family again. There's a lot to do.
Yeah. Uther's, he kind of motions you off so that you're not, you're, like away from everyone else, and you're near the beautiful kind of bank of candles as you come in. She wants to it's bad. It's bad.
Has something drastically changed since we saw all of you?
Not as such.
Not as such. Okay, so it's not been... After a day like today, trust me, that's a good thing. Okay. Go on.
How do we proceed?
Well, I think there's an acknowledgement that we're going to need each other, and there's obviously a problem. I don't think there's going to be a lot of contentious in that statement. But how do you want to proceed?
I want Mutter in her right mind again. I'm telling you. The son of the Valakoviches is Victor. He's an ass. Verse, he's a sadist. I see that now.
Would you be willing to talk with all of us about this? We could find a maybe in the chambers over there, or at least with a few of us.
I came here to this church because I didn't. If she pursues this, Durgan, it's going to be her destruction, or the destruction of the Vlakoviches. She's not going to let this go.
Where are they having these conversations?
Toward the front of the church, with the candles, with the beautiful rack of candles here.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Do I see them walking off?
I mean, if depending on where you're at as you're wandering through, you could eventually see them, over there.
Mostly hanging out with Ismark. But if I see them having more of a serious conversation, then I'll come over.
Ismark goes into the cleric's chambers and then just flops down on the floor.
Why don't you come with me? Come on. Let's talk about this.
To who?
To Nikolai.
To Nikolai. Okay.
He's gonna lead him over to the cleric's office.
Okay. There's a Morgathi in there.
Come. Is so official.
He doesn't
Made
actually wait
himself.
for the invitation. He's just giving notice.
I will be entering.
Probably
Nikolai's
kind of catch up to you guys. As you guys
Nikolai's
are
here.
walking.
I'm telling him that he needs to be having a conversation with all of us.
There's plenty of seats. Feel free. I'm just doing research as another page turns.
Yeah.
Where's Farron?
I'll
In
go
the
get whoever wants to have a conversation right now.
Ismark does not. But
Mark does not. But I'll pop in the
you get
other
fair.
room.
Yeah, it's just
'Cause that's
next
where
door.
he went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pop in there. Nikolai is back. Does anyone want to speak with him now?
No.
Who was that?
Ismark's lying on the
Ismark.
floor. Yeah.
I guess so. I still think we should hear out what that family actually wants to do.
Study next door.
All right.
Okay. So most of the group and Nikolai Wachter are in the office.
Everyone at the table.
And
At the desk.
Well, this table.
Of course you are. Sitting in the main chair.
Like it's his
Riley
office.
Bruce.
Yeah,
That's so
somewhere
so
down there.
nice.
He's trying to like take
like,
ownership of the
"Welcome to my
space. And I'm like,
own."
no. You can have your fantasy at the moment.
It's little comforts in life.
so
It's a little academia thing coming out.
Nikolai puts clasps his hand behind his back, legs slightly spread out, and you can really see the aristocratic bearing in full swing. You see, of course, the mist-touched hair. So there's like a blonde greenish tint to it. that runs through that Caitlin pointed out was like overly chlorinated hair. Which is not entirely incorrect. And he looks locked in right now. And there's kind of a grim set to his features.
Well, first of all, be at ease. It's going to be easier if we can have a conversation very plainly about what it is that is, as you see it, the trouble, what it is that they plan to do.
With respect,
And
Donovan,
what we're going to do.
there is no ease to be had here.
Well, I'm just saying, you don't need to be stately with us here.
I do. I am contemplating rebelling against my own Lady Mother.
Are you?
She is consumed with ideas of vengeance. My younger sister, Stella, was betrothed to Viktor Velakovich, and they spent time together, these two, and he drew her deeper and deeper into his twisted arts. And one day, sister came home, and she was not sister. And that night, she woke up screaming and has not stopped. Now only those dream pies bring her comfort.
I see.
The dream pies.
Some call them moon pies, but Mutter keeps a steady supply of these things.
Do you know what it is this Victor did to your sister?
No. And if I see him, I will take his head.
And what is your mother's plan in order to do?
Far worse, she is not content to visit vengeance on the boy or even the boy's father. She wants all of them dead. And she will not stop until they are rotting, her words, rotting in the ground, all of House Velakovich.
See, I knew I liked her.
What would you put in his place?
How did
You?
she say?
Maybe not you specifically.
Root and stem.
Them, yes. Who would she put in his place?
Have no interest, Morgathi, was it? I have no interest in rulership or any of this. As far as I can tell, it just makes people behave like animals.
What do you wish? Right this second, right now.
That my sister was whole.
Yes, and what do you wish from us?
She looks at you.
Do you wish us to try to talk sense to your mother? Do you wish us to intercede on her behalf? Do you wish us to fill in the blank?
You said you do not want your mother consumed. She already has her intentions. My companion is asking what outcome you wish from this.
Thank you, Gareth.
I understand now. I came here seeking guidance.
I see.
Found it.
The Miss Vorden does not always speak to us. She is he, they, it is the mist. I was trying to come here. I thought maybe the father, but it is difficult. The wife of the Baron is the father's sister.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I don't know, but instead of divine inspiration, I got a vampire trying to tear my head off. That's what I got when I came here.
You got the poor timing.
Or
Good timing
All
for
great
us.
timing.
Good timing, actually.
I came to speak with Father, but of course he does not answer. He is buried here. Mutter was a different woman then. She has become vicious now. So, do I kill the Baron, his wife, Victor, the servants, all of them, root and stem, burn the house down until it's nothing but a charred ruin, the way that Mutter wants? Or is there some way that I can remonstrate with her and make her see that that we don't need to do all of that? And then, of course, there's the sheriff to deal with.
What is the story of this sheriff?
Yes.
Velakovich keeps him as a, junkyard dog. He uses him as an attack dog on people. And he came here...
Who does he listen to more? The Baron or the Baroness?
to his own vile impulses.
Any credible rumors about how he got his hand?
Well, it is said he looks like legitimately uncomfortable. There are powers in this valley, Morgathi. Powers beyond what you know. Powers that perhaps do not exist in your homelands, but are very real here. The highest of all of them is the Pale Girl.
I would track, yes.
Farron is trying to contain any reaction to that.
Make a deception check.
Okay, luckily I have...
Nobody's watching you.
From all of us?
Do your hands.
Nobody's watching you.
Oh, she rolled really bad though.
Okay, what'd you get?
So it's a 9.
Okay.
Bad for her.
So, Farron just kind of like, so most of you who don't know Farron very well might read that as like, okay, there's not uncharacteristic, but like some of her tension and fear is coming up. But you note that, and Durgan, it's a little stronger than you would have thought. It catches you a little off guard, but there's a lot that you're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Is it reminiscent of like a recalcitrant student that I'm like my ears perk up with like, oh,
Make an insight
Okay.
check.
it's bad, but I didn't.
So, no.
Great. Fair
Farron
enough.
just does
It's just a
something
moment.
weird, and it's been weird all day. So.
Yeah.
We believe you. So that you think is the most credible theory of how he got it. The Pale Girl. So, Durgan, is there a way that you can use your connection to Lathander to heal this girl's head? To heal the mind? Because it seems like she came back as a broken person. If that might be the case, perhaps that healing could be the first step towards your mother's.
It's something I've been thinking about since we had our first talk about it, yes. I don't know if it can be done, but certainly worth a go.
It's worth looking into.
Aye.
It'd be the least dramatic and violent of the paths ahead of us.
I could at least try to
Oh,
look
yes,
in there
absolutely.
and see if she's recalling what happened to her. If we know what
Let me-
was done, we might have a better chance of fixing it.
Let me ask you a question, a simple one.
Really?
Maybe.
Do you think your mother would let all this go if your sister was, I don't know, free herself again? Or is it too far gone? She's going to still see them as a threat, eh? Eh?
They did it once, they can do it again.
And I have to admit, there's a lot more going on than just this one act of, well,
We also
violence.
haven't ruled out the idea that perhaps she has been attacked night after night after night after night. We haven't ruled that out yet either. We are aware that hags can do some tremendously evil things.
Aye.
So perhaps we should start looking into that.
Well, let me look in there. I
Do
can see.
not know exactly
So,
what is wrong,
if
then
you-
you do not know for certain that Victor is behind it.
You looked
Correct?
No.
and you also looked like you had, I don't know, either a revelation or at least something to say.
He laughed at it. He enjoyed hearing her scream.
Well, that is different.
It was him.
So perhaps with your bless or protection to keep whatever it is attacking her, and I understand this is an assumption, a theory. If something is attacking her, perhaps a bless or a protection circle from you would be enough to hold it at bay long enough for you to get into her mind and potentially break through.
Farron, make a persuasion check. More of a vibe check, but it would fall under persuasion.
22.
Okay. Nikolai, studies you for a long moment. You can hear thoughts?
I can, to some extent, yes, hear what people are thinking sometimes. In the right circumstances.
Mutter began. Actually, it was before even Victor. There have been these people that come. You'll need to understand that my brother, Carl, I have to take care of him. He is dumb and violent. And so what happens at Vaktor House itself is, well, but these people, she spends time with them and they fawn over her. Not just because she is a noble, but I just wonder if you could find out what these people are doing in our house, in our basement.
I could do my best, but it's very likely she might know that I was trying to.
Perhaps that is the secondary objective to the first.
Well, we're going to have to deal with that family one way or the other, to varying degrees. I don't think it's so much of a if as much of a how much.
That is a good question. How much?
Well, that's
Might I ask you a different question? The message or the invitation to dinner was given by a very strange man.
Ernst,
The rats acted a little strangely around him. Is that something that he does or is?
not that I know of.
Oh, is. That's a good way of saying it.
Is that something that he is?
Well, you can't take that for granted nowadays, can you?
What do you know of him?
Mutter uses him as eyes, but he is generally loyal, I suppose, generally. Not much. He came after father died.
How long after?
Soon.
How long after your father died did your mother's disposition begin changing?
It broke her heart.
So she leaned on him.
Ugh.
It's a good narrative, but it's just a narrative at the moment.
It is a guess.
Yes.
You say there's something happening in your basement?
these people.
And
Anything you know about that, other than that there's people down there? What are they doing? Do you hear...
I do not go.
You don't hear anything? How many people do you see going down there?
Maybe it's just some kind of choir
Why?
chant.
Oh,
Sound
fun.
familiar?
Oh, yes.
What kind of chant? Are there words? Is it music?
I am no.
Pleasant?
And he says like with a little smile, I am no minstrel.
Do they wear something when they go down
what
there?
you know.
Anything
No.
specific?
I do not go down into these.
Also, more pressing,
just hear them.
did your mother prohibit you from going down?
No.
No, she said you could. Interesting.
Yes.
Well,
She. No.
Anything else strange you've noticed in your home? Additions? Things she's put in? Rooms that she's changed since things started happening downstairs?
Aside from the lock on Stella's door,
To prevent her from coming out or
Yes.
you from going in?
I assume to prevent poor sister from coming out. But I suppose...
Forgive me for being critical or too honest, but you are asking for advice in things that you do not know enough about.
What is there to know, Gira?
Who the people are in your basement.
Well, about that.
How your father died. Potentially.
If I might,
What
Illness.
Victor does.
if I might retell, he's not sure what it is he needs to do. He came seeking guidance. I don't know. The lad just feels lost.
Forgive me.
agreed.
It's been a long
Agreed.
day.
Aye.
For all of us. Longer for Z, though.
I think, and I do think that all of your questions about why things are happening are very valid.
They are
But
good questions.
but we do find ourselves being the frog in the pot, and it's already set to boil.
They cook frogs.
Disgusting.
God.
That, I only asked this because you told me to speak plainly earlier, Durgan. This is your fault.
Oh.
But there was a girl with you earlier. Who is she?
We'd rather not discuss that. Why are you asking?
It's,
No. You're
Come now. It's important to you. You've asked twice. You've asked the good father. You've
You think
asked
she's
us.
pretty? You want to ask her to dinner? What's
What
the deal?
is your deal with her?
Well, she wasn't there at dinner, so I just am wondering why. And I saw the rest of your group, so
Can I insight him?
yeah.
When he asks about
Yeah.
I'm going to give him I'm a level of very disbelieving stare. I'm good at those. Okay, I'm good.
I'm over here like my work is too good. I made him too pretty. He's the most beautiful woman alive.
I mean, to be fair, it's really easy with Sasha, so
13.
13. Even though it's not that high, he's either a hell of an actor or he's actually starting to get quite. I mean, you see some high dudgeon in his face when he's staring back at Morgathy. What are you implying, elf?
I see the steel in your back.
And he kind of bucks up. He doesn't get closer, but he kind of
She
bucks
is a
up.
valuable companion of ours. We are only asking out of concern.
Understood. I perhaps I am out of line to be asking about this.
No question is out of line.
People seem to notice her, so we just want to understand why, and we want to protect her if the reason is a dangerous one.
Yes, that.
And as you well know, there's interest in bending others to their will.
And that as well.
If you want to see Mutter again, I will facilitate that, but she's going to be less. You asked me before, and I'll just say, the Wachter line has a long and storied history, a connection with the von Zarevich, and this was one of his brides. I do not regret defending myself or helping with the chaos, but this may not go well at home. There is a cousin who comes by sometimes, the one who brought the painting, cousin Vasily. If he was in town, I would ask his advice. Von Holtz, Vasily von Holtz, I would ask his advice, but he's not due here for another moon. So, then she asks me, what should I say? And then I need to go.
About what happened here tonight?
Aye.
Keep your part hidden from her.
It's going to come up.
You can tell her that the last time we were at dinner, we regret that it ended in an argument. We wish to continue the conversation. You do not have to mention anything here. And you directly had no hand in bringing down the...
That you came to discuss with us, that there was a skirmish that had just recently happened. You wanted no part of it. You left. You came back later.
Well, this should be interesting.
It is not a lie.
He comes over, and the father knocks on his own office door.
Come.
And you hear, well, thank you.
Please, I was keeping your chair
You
warm.
may.
As I stand up and I position the chair for him.
The father opens the door, and Nikolai draws himself up formally, and bows to the group. Father nods to him. Lord Wachter, and the priest steps aside, and Nikolai is like broad-shouldered enough that he has to. The two men have to kind of turn to go through the doorway. And then you hear him mutter, well, the die is cast. And he leaves the church with the servants. And that is where we will pause the tale. All right, faraway friends. Nothing happened today, so you can just skip this one.
Skip this bad boy.
Oh my god.
Not interesting.
Thank you so much, and we will
Part one.
Trauma Part 1.
Tune in next week for Trauma Part 2.
Her too.
We will see you on the flip side of this. Thank you so much.
Strahd. Strahd, don't get distracted.